is part 2 of physical science class 10th, reflection of light at curved surfaces. How do you get a virtual image using a concave mirror? How can we get a virtual image by using a concave mirror? What is virtual image? Actually, image which is formed here, you can see we have used here a concave mirror, but whereas here there is nothing is there, not a screen, not any medium on which we can see image is forming, but we are able to see. How? This is called as virtual image because the principal axis extends beyond. Let's see, when the object is placed between focus and pole. See, this is focus at the where the incident or the reflected light are just meeting is known as focus, and this the midpoint of a curved surface or convex mirror or concave mirror, we called it as pole. Here we are using a concave mirror, so the midpoint of the center of the curvature is known as pole, that is P. So we have placed an object between F and P. Then principal ray are directed through the object. So the principal rays are drawn through the object. Principal rays are drawn through the object. How they are drawn? See here. These are incident rays. This and this are incident rays. How they are reflecting? The first ray is drawn the center of curvature and the second ray is incident parallel. The first ray is drawn through the center of curvature and the second ray is incident parallel. See here, this one is parallel and the first ray is drawn through the curvature and the second ray is parallel. This one is parallel, we are calling, to the principal axis which passes through the focus, which is passing through the focus. This one, these are the dotted line are the normals. We have to draw with a normal dotted lines. Both the reflected rays when produced further does not meet at a point. Both the reflected rays when produced, they are reflecting, but they are not meeting at a point. See here, both the reflected rays, here they are reflecting but they are not meeting at a point. At this point we get an image which cannot be obtained on the screen. So we cannot get a object on the screen. This image is virtual, which is formed here. The image is forming beyond these curved surfaces, which is virtual. We call it this type of image as virtual. Erect. Erect means this is straight, as this is not inverted. This is not having a head downwards, but as the straight only, erect only, and enlarged. The object is smaller but the image formed is bigger than the object. This is called as erect and enlarged, and a virtual image is formed when we are using a concave mirror and when we are placing a object between F and P, that is focus and pole. Let's see second. Where will the image form when we place an object on the principal axis of a concave mirror at a point between focus and center of curvature? Now we have placed an object between F and P. Now we are placing an object between center of curvature and focus. So we have seen that the image formed when we placed in between F and A, beyond the virtual image has been formed and enlarged. It was enlarged and erect. But whereas when we have put an object between center of curvature and F, we can see a inverted image and a larger image and beyond the center of curvature. Let's see. First, see these here arrow marks. These are the incident ray, and the arrow marks which are forming an image, these are reflected rays. A ray parallel to the principal axis after reflecting passes through the focus. The ray which is passing through the principal axis, this is called as principal axis, this one which is a horizontal line through the center of the curvature to the midpoint of the pole of the, which is a small section of the mirror, this one. And when the first ray, that is when it is incidenting on a concave mirror, and when it is reflecting, it is meeting at a which point? F point, focus, passing through the focus. The ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through focus, and it is passing through the focus. See, these are the reflected. So where they are meeting, this is the incident ray, this one, and this is a reflected rays. This is incident, this is reflected. This has also reflected, and the incident ray also reflected here, and they are meeting at a point, they are passing through a point F, focus. A ray incident towards or away from the center of curvature is reflected back along its original path. A ray towards or away from the center of curvature is reflected back. See here also, it is reflected back along its original path. Reflected back. These two are reflecting back along its original path. A ray incident at pole at an angle I, incident I, is reflected at an angle I. So incident, this is called as angle of incidence. So angle of incidence and angle of reflection, this is. And from here only it is reflecting. It is not incidenting here and reflecting from here. At the same point, angle of incidence, same as here also. The angle of incidence and the angle of reflection here also. This is called as angles. The ray through the focus is reflected parallel to the axis. Reflected, this one, parallel to the axis. See here, with this one, B, C and P, and here A to this downward line is reflected back, which is parallel to the principal axis. So, following the above rules, draw the ray diagram of the concave mirror when the object is placed between focus and the center of curvature. Draw a ray parallel to the principal axis from the tip of the object AB, that is here, tip of the object AB. The reflected ray will pass through the focus. Where it is passing through? Through the focus. Now draw a ray passing through the focus and the reflected ray. Now we have seen the rays are passing through the focus, but where the images are forming, we have to draw that. The reflected rays, where they are meeting and forming the image. Focus, reflected ray will be parallel to the principal axis. Is this parallel or not? The reflected ray. These are parallel. See here also. Parallel. Draw the image where the two reflected rays meet. Both the reflected rays. This one and this one. Both the reflected. See the arrow marks. These two are meeting at a point where the image has been formed. Reflected rays meet in the figure BA. This is the image formed. See here, image formed. Through the ray diagram, we got to know that when an object is placed between center of curvature and the focus, the image is formed between infinity and the center of curvature. It is formed infinity beyond the center of curvature. Infinite. The nature of the image is, we have to compulsory we have to write this, what type of image has been formed, where it is formed. If the image has been formed here, that is called as virtual image. Now it is forming here. So beyond the center of curvature, which is infinity, and the nature of the image is real, inverted and enlarged. Real image is formed inverted, that is, it is straight and it is inverted and enlarged. See, the height of the object and the height of the image is larger. See here also the arrow mark. AE, AB, here AB is smaller, whereas here the AB, the image formed is larger than the object. Draw suitable rays by which we can guess the position of the image formed by a concave mirror. Now we have to draw a ray diagram by which we can find the position of the image which are found by which mirror? Concave mirror. Now where we have placed images, at first we have placed in three questions also we are using a concave mirror only. That's why we are incidenting light from here. Okay. First we have placed a object between F and P, then between F and C, and now we are placing on, not between, on C, center of curvature. Let's see how the image has formed. There are principal rays which help guessing the position of image. With the help of two principal rays, we can guess the position of image as the reflected rays meet at a point of image formation. Those principal rays are, so what are the principal rays? See, here in red colors they have written, and while they are reading red colored sentences, you should see the red colored rays only, while a blue colored sentence you see these blue rays. Okay. A ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through the focus. A ray parallel to the principal axis. What is principal axis? This horizontal line is called as principal axis. A ray is passing to the principal axis after reflection passes through the focus. Is passing through and passing. See here, this passing and the ray, these two incident lights, and when these two are reflecting, they are meeting at a point F. Focus, passing through the focus. Where they are passing through? Through the focus. This here is passing, and the reflected rays also passing through the focus. Sorry, I said rays. Sorry, ray. A ray incident towards or away from the center of curvature is reflected back along its original path. The ray incident towards or away from the center of curvature is reflected back along its original path. So it is reflected back. Is it reflecting or not back? The ray incident at pole at an angle I, incident I, is reflected at an angle I, and it is reflected. Angle of incidence, angle of reflection is, see here it is incidenting and then reflecting. A ray through the focus is reflected parallel to the axis. So a ray through the focus is reflected parallel. See here, parallel to the axis, principal axis, this one. A ray traveling parallel to the principal axis passes through the focal point after reflecting by the mirror. A ray, see this, a ray traveling parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis. Black line is there, no? This is the principal axis. And when it is passing, the ray traveling parallel, no? These two are parallel. Parallel to the principal axis passes through the focal point. From where it is passing through? The focal point after reflecting by the mirror. When it is reflecting. From where it is passing through? Through the focus. Now let's see. The ray that passes through the focal point as it goes towards the mirror when will be reflected along a path parallel to the principal axis. A ray that passes through the focal point. One more ray is passing through the focal point. Okay. This ray is passing through the focal point. That's why it is reflecting towards the focus or the focal point, and these two are meeting at a focal point, and this gives our image. Focal point at it goes towards the mirror will be reflected, and it will reflect along the path parallel to the principal axis, and this reflected is also a parallel to the principal axis. So the image formed here, this is an object image, and this is the image of the object. Real, how it is the image? Same. See the real inverted image, the same size as the object, same size. Whereas when we placed between F and P, the image formed is enlarged or bigger than the object. When we placed between C and F, it was inverted and enlarged. But when we are placing at the C, the image formed is inverted, real, and same size of the object. When the object is placed on the center of the curvature in front of the concave mirror, here also we are using concave mirror, the rays parallel to the principal axis passes through the focus. Another incident ray which passes through the focus after reflection will be parallel to the principal axis. Another ray means this reflected ray. Another incident ray. This is the first incident ray, this is the second incident ray, this is the first reflected ray, this is the second reflecting ray. The another incident ray which passes through the focus after reflection will be parallel to the principal axis, and its reflection will be parallel to the principal axis, as the incident is parallel and the reflection is through the focus. The two reflecting rays meet at a center of curvature, thus image is formed there and the image is forming here. Show the formation image with a ray diagram when an object is placed on the principal axis of a concave mirror away from the center of curvature. Again, concave mirror we are using. Now the positions of the object are changing. First we have seen the image is placed between focus and pole, then between focus and center of curvature, then on the center of curvature, now beyond the center of curvature. So it is going away from the center of curvature, or the P, the distance between how we calculate the distance from the pole to the object. This is object distance, this is image distance. Here the virtual image is formed when we place the object between F and P, virtual image. When we place between C and F, that is inverted image and a bigger image. When we placed on the same image but a inverted image. Now beyond the center of curvature, so where the image is forming, this is the distance the image formed, this is the object distance. Okay, we are just increasing the or changing the position of the object and seeing the where the images are forming. When an object is placed on the principal axis of a concave mirror away from the center of curvature, so what happens? See, red lines you see. These are the angle of ray of incident and reflection. Ray of incident, ray of reflection, ray of incident only. See, this green line is only one line. Keep this in mind when we are placing beyond the center of curvature. So, two lines are incidenting and reflecting. But whereas this green line is having only one line, it is incidenting in the same way and reflecting on the same path. That's why we are getting a image where between C and F. Because all the reflected rays are when they are passing through the focus, they are forming an image between center of curvature and center of and the point at the where the rays are meeting or passing through. A ray traveling parallel to the principal axis passing through the focal point after reflecting by the mirror. The ray traveling parallel to the axis. This black line, this is the principal axis. Parallel, this is parallel, no? Parallel line is passing through the principal axis through the, now the reflected rays is how it is passing through the focal point after reflecting the mirror, after reflection. Here the reflection is taking place on the mirror and it is passing through the F point C. Now the ray that passes through the center of curvature. See, these this ray of incidence are passing through the F, focal point. But whereas the a ray which is passing through the center of curvature of the mirror is reflected back along its own path. It is not following the another path, but the from where it has come, it is just reflecting the same path when it is passing through the center of curvature. Whereas this green color ray is not passing through the focal point, it is passing through the center of curvature C. That's why it is reflecting back on the same path. The ray that passes through the focal point as it goes towards the mirror will be reflected along a path parallel to the principal axis. Now a ray, blue color ray, is passing through the focal point. It is now passing through, it is passing parallel to the principal axis and passing through the focal point after reflection. This is a ray passing through the focal point, and as it goes towards the mirror, now it is going towards the mirror and will be reflected, which is parallel to the principal axis, which is the path which is parallel to the principal axis. Okay, always remember like this. Okay, the incident ray, first ray, is parallel to the principal axis and the reflected ray is passing through the focal point. Whereas the second ray, which is passing through the focal point and the reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis, and if the ray which is passing through the center of curvature will reflect on the same path, which is it doesn't take any other path, the same path it is reflecting back to the object. Okay, and the image formed is between where center of curvature and focal point. And see here the image, see here this candle is bigger, but whereas the image is smaller. Now we have, till now we have seen the image was bigger and equal. Now the image formed is smaller than the object and it is inverted and it is a real image, not a virtual. If it is formed here, then it would have called virtual image. Since it is forming here, this is a real image, inverted image, and smaller than the object. See this object, how the things placing. This is an object we are placing. How the rays passing parallel, incident rays. The image location of the yellow light bulb is the location. See all the reflected rays, how they are meeting, how the images are forming when it is beyond the curvature or the center of the curvature. So the image formed will be at the here. Where is the cursor? Okay. See, if it is on the center, if we place the object on the center, then we have got the image on the center only, and it would have a inverted image and a real image and the same length of the object or the size of the object. But whereas if we placed an object beyond the center of the curvature, the image formed between is center of curvature and the focal, and it is smaller. See, it is smaller. See here the distance and see the distance. So the image is smaller, inverted and real. Now this is another ray diagrams. This is but just drawing a rays, how the rays meet at which point and how they reflect back. This is to show how the rays reflected back when the incident light is passing on the mirror and how they are reflected. These are the rays. See, when we placed an object, this is an object, yellow color, placing between C and F. So the image formed here, it will be bigger than the object, inverted and a real image, and it will be beyond the center of curvature. Images formed by a concave mirror. This is also how the images are formed when we are just changing the position of the in one. Now we have seen three types of images now, where they are forming, how they are forming, what type of images are forming when we are just changing the position of the object. See, when we place the object here between F and P, the image formed is C, virtual image, which is bigger than the object. And if we place the object here, how the images, now this is center of curvature, same length of the object, image length also same. If we place between here, in between center of and the F, see how the image, it is beyond the center of the curvature, and it is enlarged and inverted image. Only here we have a erect and a bigger virtual image, and all are real image and inverted. This is images found by the concave mirror. Reflection from concave and convex mirror. How the reflection takes place between concave and convex mirror. See here, this is concave, that's why we are writing images here. No, images are forming here. Okay, whereas in a convex, the incident light is from here. Okay, always place the incident light on this side for a convex mirror. For a convex mirror, the rays should be, incident rays should be here, and these dotted lines are the virtual images, and we call the how the images are formed, how the reflected rays. And here convex mirror always forms what type of images? Always virtual images. If we are able to, we are placing a object here, we are able to see the image here beyond the principal axis, and this is, since here it is not any mirror anything, but we are able to see, and the distance will be same here, and this is the focal point where the point meets the reflected ray passes through, and this is the center of curvature. This we have seen how the concave mirror works. When the rays are incidenting parallel to the principal axis, it is passing through the focus, the reflected ray passing through the focal point. See here, again the incident ray and the reflected ray. These are incident ray, reflected ray. This is the principal axis. This is the incident ray. Okay, these two are incident ray, these are reflected ray. See the arrow marks and see the image. He is standing erect, but the image formed is inverted, and it is formed between what? Center of curvature and focal length. Why it is formed between here? Because the image placed here is beyond the center of curvature. But whereas in convex mirror, when we placed an object here, the incident ray passes through the focal point and the virtual image is formed. See here, center of curvature is here. Okay, this is another. How do you find the focal length? Now we have seen a focal point, focus point, and how the rays passing through the focus. Now how can we find the length of the focal images or the focal length from where they are meeting? Okay, by using a concave mirror. A mirror is called a concave mirror if it reflects side bulges inwards. If its sides bulges inwards, see here, it is bulging inwards, not outwards. Okay. A concave mirror, often referred a converging mirror, as it converges the light rays after reflection. After reflection, what is do? It will converge. Focus is the point where the incident parallel rays converged after reflection from the point. See, all these parallel rays are converging at a one point. All are meeting at a one point. These all are reflected rays. These are incident rays, parallel rays. This is a principal axis and they are meeting at a one point. This is converging. But whereas we have seen here, it is diverging. How they are diverging? Incident ray and how they are diverging. They are not converging for a convex mirror. Focus is the point where the incident parallel rays converged after reflection from the mirror at a distance of r/2. We have seen when we are studying the definition of a focal length and a focus, half of the radius of the curvature. So that's why we write as r/2 from the mirror, where r is the radius of curvature. Radius of the curvature is the distance between the C and P. We called as the radius of the curvature. That's why we write as r/2, half of the its. Focal length is defined as the image distance when the object is at infinity. And focal length is defined as the image distance where the image is formed. Is called as focal length. This one, image is formed. Image distance when the object is at infinity. When the object is infinity, somewhere here, let's say we are taking a here there is a tree and the light rays are the parallel rays are passing here, and we have placed a concave mirror here, and what they will do, they will just reflect the light. They will just converge at a point which is called as focus. And if we place here a screen, we will be able to see a image of the tree. That is known as image. We got an image, and when we got the image, we will call it as the focal length. Okay, from P to F is called the focal length of the image formed. Let's see. To find the focal length of the concave mirror apparatus required, we required a concave mirror meter scale to see how much the distance at what point we got a converged rays of the after reflecting the rays where the rays has been converged, that focus point. For that we need a scale, a white screen on which we can able to see the picture of the object, mirror holder, and a distant object, a far away object. If we are taking a scenery of from the outdoor, how we can see. Procedure: set up the apparatus near the hole window so that we get a distant object. Mount the concave mirror on the mirror holder. Now place the meter scale on the table and keep the mirror at a distance of 5 cm mark on the meter scale facing the object. Place the white screen in between the mirror and the distance object through the meter scale. Now move the screen until you get a sharp, diminished and inverted image of the distinct object. We will get how sharp image, diminished and an inverted image we will get, because we are using a concave mirror, and we have to move the screen or paper on which we are able to see the image of the whatever we are placing the object in front of us. Okay, where we are getting a correct image, not blurry, nothing. Where, so that point is called the focal point, and the distance from P to F we call it as the focal length. Make sure the mirror and the screen have the same height, so that we will be able to see the whole picture of the object. Make the point on the scale where you get the desired image. The difference between the mirror mark and the screen mark will give the focal length. Let's say how we will get. Observation is position of the concave mirror is 5 centimeters. We have to place a scale on the table. So 5 centimeter. Position of the screen is 20 centimeter. That is, we have placed a screen which is 20 centimeter. Focal length will be we found that it is 15 centimeters. Let's show you. See, this is the image of the from the it is 20 meters or somewhere there. We have to see here we got a inverted image. Not with this is not as the image of the it is straight, but here we got a inverted image. But we can see a image from when we placed a concave mirror and a stand focal. This is a focal length. See, always don't take the focal length from here, always from here focal length, and the where we got a sharp image, and the screen, this is a screen, and here you should place a scale and the distant object, how far the object is. This will gives the image object, we will be able to see the image of the object. Focal length. Now we know how to calculate the focal length, how to see point out the focal length. Now how to calculate it. Focal length, the distance between the focal point and the mirror is half the radius, half of the radius. So that's why we call it as half of the radius, because it is from here, because it is a if we have to take it is a spherical mirror, no, we are taking just a small section of it. That's why we write r by 2. The mirror equation can be expressed as 1 by p plus 1 by q is equal to 1 by f.